This is the deep truth about the mark of the beast. It is not a chip that goes into your hand. Let's break down what the mark actually is. This is Revelation 13:19. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his symbol or his number is chi, z, stigma. 3 Greek letters combined as one symbol. You see, they deceive us by translating it to 666. But when you actually click on that in the concordance, it takes you to this symbol right here. Chi, Z, stigma. Let's break down exactly what this means, letter by letter. Chi is the first letter in the Greek name Christ, which is the name of the false Messiah, JC, because we know that the true Messiah is Yahusha, not Jesus. And even if you look at images of the false Messiah, JC, there's that Chi right there. It's the first symbol or letter in his name. Let's look at the second letter now, the Z. It's pronounced Zulon. It is a wood used to support the crossbar of a cross and crucifixion. So it's literally a wooden cross, right? But we know the Messiah actually died though on an upright stake. It was not a cross. So we got 2 of the symbols down. JC, the false Messiah, a cross. What does stigma mean? Let's find out. Stigma in the concordance, it means to prick, right? Or to pierce. Stigma, the marks corresponding to those left on this false Messiah's body on the crucifixion. So what do you get when you put chi, z, stigma together? JC on a cross, pierced or crucified. So the symbol or the number of the beast is literally the false Messiah, which comes with what? A false religion that teaches lawlessness, right? They teach in these false religions that the Messiah did away with the Torah. He did away with the commandments and the laws of Yahuwah, right? Because the mark of Yahuwah is keeping his Torah, keeping his Sabbath, and his name. Because look, there's a mark of Yahuwah and there's a mark of the beast. And it shall be for a distinguishing mark upon thine hand and for frontlets between thine eyes. See, hand and forehead between your eyes. This is a spiritual thing. For by strength of hand Yahuwah brought us forth out of Egypt. That's Shamut, Exodus 13 and 16. Right, look at that. 13 and 16 and then Revelation 13 and 16. You see how the numbers match? It's because Yahuwah matched it up for us so we could put this puzzle together. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That word for hand is yad. It means strength and power, because Yahuwah should be our strength and our power, our hand of power, our hand of strength. And that word for eyes is the Hebrew word ayin. It's talking about your mental and spiritual faculties, what's on your mind. You should be having Yahuwah's mark, which is his Torah, his commandments, his Sabbath, and his name. I'm going to show you. And it shall be for a distinguishing mark unto thee. There's that mark. Upon your yad, your hand, where you get your strength, your power from, and for a memorial between thine eyes. That Yahuwah's Torah, his instructions, his law, shall be in thy mouth. For with a strong hand, that hand of strength, Yahuwah brought thee out of Egypt. So we know his Torah, his Sabbath, Kadash, separate my Sabbaths, and they shall be a distinguishing mark. There's that mark again of Yahuwah between me and you, that ye may know that I am Yahuwah your Eluah. So his Sabbath is also a mark, and his name, I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion, when with him 144,000, having his Father's name written in their foreheads, in their minds, their memory, the memorial. And Revelation 22, 3 and 4, and his name shall be in their foreheads. It's talking about he's going to actually put it in our hearts and in our minds. Because Yoram Yahu 31:33 says, I will put my law in their minds and write it on their hearts. You see, this is spiritual marks. Remember, Yahuwah told us in Shamut 3:15, Yahuwah Eluah, right? That's his name. Yahuwah. He said, this is his name forever and his memorial unto all generations. You see, it should be on our memory, our memorial. It's the 3rd commandment, not to bring his name to naught, to nothingness, to vain emptiness. So if you say that his name doesn't matter, and his name is not in your memory, you're not calling upon his name, then which mark is upon you? Is it Yahuwah's mark or the mark of the beast? This false religion is actually just Satan disguising himself as an angel of light. Look at that. He even uses the same hand symbols. No marvel, for Hashatan, the adversary, Satan himself, is transformed into a messenger of light. Satan comes to bring a false light though, right? Halel, Lucifer. What does that mean? It means light bringer. What did Satan say in his heart? He said, I will be like the Most High. You see, he transforms himself into a false Messiah. The same way that Yahuwah comes down as the Son, Yahusha. Satan is a copycat, so he transforms himself into a false Messiah. And he brings that false light. He's the false light bringer. And Luke 11:35 says, take heed therefore that the light which is in you be not darkness. Because what is the true light? For the commandment is a lamp, and the Torah is light. The instructions, the law of Yahuwah is light. So if Yahuwah's Torah, his mark, his light is not in you, and you're operating in lawlessness, then which mark did you take? Which mark is upon you? Yahusha said in the book of Matthew chapter 7, not everyone that says unto me, Master, Master, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that does the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name have done much wonderful works? Then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work lawlessness. You see, so these people thought they had the true light in them, the true mark upon them, but they were operating in lawlessness, which is part of the mark, the spiritual mark of the beast, right? Because we should have Yahuwah's mark on us and in our minds and in our heart. So the mark of the beast is that lawlessness. And that false Messiah, which is actually the symbol of the beast, cheesy stigma, JC on a cross, crucified, that is just a symbol attached to the lawlessness of this false religion. This stuff was right in front of us the entire time. We just have to keep Yahuwah's commandments and obey him, and he reveals mysteries unto us when we do so. Look at this. This is Hazun, Revelation 13:15. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause to be killed as many as would not worship the image of the beast. So look at this. They're going to give life to the image of the beast and even cause it to speak. They've already been doing that. In the movies, they give life to the image of the beast so that it speaks. This is the image of the beast. They are giving life to it. They are causing it to speak. They are causing it to deceive people into lawlessness. Look, family, it's time to repent. It's time to turn back to Yahuwah's Torah, Yahuwah's Sabbath, Yahuwah's name, Yahuwah's commandments, and allow Yahuwah to impress his mark upon us and renounce this false mark, this mark of the beast, the disobedience to Yahuwah, the lawlessness, the false Sunday Sabbath, or not keeping the Sabbath at all, this false name JC, or any other false name of any other false deity. Yahuwah is looking for you to humble yourselves and to come to him with an open heart so that he can put his mark, his Torah, he can write his law inside of your heart and put his name in your mind and bring you into his covenant. He will forgive you. Yahuwah is full of mercy. If he was able to forgive me and change me, he can change you too. Alright, sadly, I can only talk for 10 minutes on each video on these apps, but if you go on my YouTube channel, I have a 50-minute video going in depth about this. The mark of Yahuwah and the mark of the beast. And I break it down with way more scriptures. I highly recommend, if you want the full understanding, to go and watch this video. It is the 4th video down on my channel, John Truth. Much love to you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Shalom.
Research flash.